into stories a bit ago about a mistake that I made on a big project I'm doing. So I figured that I would do a little video of me frogging it, and I get to talk to y'all at the same time. So it's this really cool scarf with sleeves that one of my favorite pattern makers, Anita Crochet, made and has available for free on their website. I haven't put this one in my database spreadsheet thing yet, but maybe I'll do that so that you can find it if you want to. First things first, let's show you what I did. Here's what happened. So as you can see, this has, so it's like sleeves and then scarf. It has this really cool cabling. Excuse the stitches, it's really like loose and not very well done, but I am giving my permission to be horrible at something. And probably I'll just keep this for me anyways. But anyway, so there's this cabling in the middle that worked really well for the beginning. And actually I paused this project for several months because I couldn't make sense of the pattern. Like, not the pattern maker's problem, she's incredible. My brain just like couldn't wrap its head around, like, there's, I'm not getting into it. Anyway, the cabling was throwing me off, but I figured it out when I was on a body doubling call with a friend a couple weeks ago. But because, so when I use free patterns almost always, which is why I like link them for y'all, because I can't afford to buy patterns. So I often will, well, so I'm normally operating like from their website instead of using an ad blocker or whatever, because fun fact, if you use an ad blocker, your favorite creatives aren't getting paid. This works on YouTube too. I recently learned trying to help another friend get their views up on YouTube so they can monetize. And if you use an ad blocker, which I highly recommend doing most of the time, on any of the websites where it's like you're supposed to be supporting somebody's livelihoods, they don't get paid. So I suffer, so people can get money that I can't give them. Anyway, because of this, I lose my spot. And it's like often an active web page, so I'll lose my spot in the pattern. Normally I can find my back pretty well, but I was distracted this time, and so you can see where it goes, where it's supposed to like cross, it's supposed to cross again. I repeated the wrong rows. I don't know how to explain this, but so I repeated the wrong rows. Anyway, so like this whole section, I now need to frog. And redo. I'm not looking forward to it. A secondary problem that I don't like about frogging is, so it's like I normally crochet like out of the middle of a skein. So it keeps my yarn all neat, and then when it gets small enough, I'll like wind up with my yarn winder, like the ends, so it stays all neat. I don't normally do that. I actually let my yarn get into a mess and then I wind it all up together. But what happens when I'm frogging is that it makes a big mess of yarn. And I don't like winding yarn from the outside, the same reason I don't like using yarn from the outside, because it's annoying and inconvenient. So we're gonna see what a little pile this makes while I'm frogging. And then maybe I will try to recover some of my work while we go. I'm gonna watch some Maker Witches while I do it. So enjoy me undoing all of my hard work. Okay, so it really wasn't that many rows that I had to undo. The problem is that my wrist has been giving me issues, so anything I have to undo is just really frustrating. But we're back to kind of sort of where I think I messed up, and so now I'm going to figure out which row I'm actually on. I'm gonna do that. My little mess pile is not as bad as I thought, so I think I'm going to just try to redo these stitches. Normally what I would probably do is I would, instead of like starting my rewinding the end of the yarn, like this, the free end, I would just like pretend this was my end, and then I just like crochet out of the middle of the cake instead. But that feels like more work that I need to do, and I'm not really in need of rewinding the skein right now, so we're just gonna leave it. Okay, wish me luck. I'm gonna try. Another little tidbit about me, a lot of people really love the like plastic hooks. I don't. I actually prefer my like the basic metal ones, and I don't know if it's because I crochet so tight and the metal ones are just a little bit like slippier, or what, but don't love this hook, but it will get me through this project.